Well, 10 years ago, 11 tornadoes tore through Wisconsin, 6 touched down in the La Crosse area. One came right through La Crosse, ripping roofs off of buildings and uprooting countless trees. Tonight, only on News 8 Now, Jordan Fremstad tells us what Mother Nature taught forecasters on May 22nd, 2011. 5 tornadoes struck Wisconsin Sunday.
La Crosse's mayor declares a state of emergency.
It was big. That's all I can say,
We're devastated. It's a mess in this neighborhood.
For 33 years on the fire department, I have not seen a storm come through like
This
this.
video will give you a better idea of just how much destruction there was in La Crosse.
La Crosse is not a normal landing spot for Mother Nature's remarkable power.
Kind of knew we were going to be busy with severe weather.
Ingredients for a mysterious weather phenomenon that leaves experts dumbfounded even today took western Wisconsin by storm.
The 500-600-foot bluffs on either side of the river, that helps a little bit. I mean, that'll definitely weaken some tornadoes.
News 8 Now Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl can count the number of significant tornadoes he's covered in his 23 years forecasting storms.
We're coming back from Milwaukee. We had seen a Brewers game the night before.
Bill had an intimate encounter with a twister he remembers with clarity today.
My son was actually the first to see it. He was in the back seat. He kind of pointed off to the right, said, "Dad, that looks kind of like a tornado over there." So I kind of looked and I was like, sure enough, it sure is.
6 total tornadoes touched down, starting in Chester, Iowa, all the way to the border of Monroe and Juneau counties. And EF2 muscled its way through the heart of La Crosse, with winds peaking at 120 miles per hour.
Crews behind me are cleaning up debris from a roof that was completely blown off an apartment building. As you can see, massive trees completely uprooted.
That one thunderstorm produced 5 tornadoes.
Viewers captured Sparta's tornado the most. Bill and his son stood just 200 yards away.
It was literally sitting kind of in a grove of trees. Now this one gets your heart racing when you know that it's too close for comfort.
National Weather Service meteorologist Todd Shea says the myth tornadoes can't touch the region where the 3 rivers meet burst that day.
May 22nd, 2011 proved that it can happen.
The La Crosse tornado tracked right by Gunderson Health System all the way to Kmart, where damage was obvious.
No location is immune to the possibility of a tornado.
You could just feel the house just shaking. From all the trees just bending over, I mean, I thought we were gone.
Fortunately, these twisters injured no one.
First and foremost, in situations like this, you want to make sure everybody's safe.
Across several southern states that same day, it was a different story.
They lost over 250 lives.
Tornado terror. A massive twister leaves a path of destruction 4 miles long and a half-mile wide across the city of Joplin, Missouri.
One of the deadliest tornadoes in U.S. history struck Joplin, killing 158 and injuring over 1,000. In total, 1,691 tornadoes claimed 553 lives, making it the deadliest tornado year since 1936. 2011 prompted an important question for forecasters.
Why are we losing so many lives? And so we did change the format of our warnings. We've added more details. We actually try to predict the size of the tornado, if you will, or the expected impact.
News weather teams and the National Weather Service work to shave minutes off the clock to broadcast critical information to people.
All right, so once again, they're just wrapping up their news conference.
It's one of the main reasons I do what I do, and probably the most important part of my job.
We're also working again with local officials and storm spotters to try to get those real-time reports that we can pair up with the radar so that the warnings are as timely and as accurate as possible.
That's a tornado.
Reports from people reveal what forecasters can't see, even with the best radar.
Ground confirmation is really, really important.
Days like this stress the importance of severe weather awareness.
That's why we always kind of preach that you need to have a plan.
Because even though another tornado isn't likely,
If it comes this way, get ready. Come here, Sylvia!
it's also not impossible.
It can happen.
Warning sirens should not surprise you.
And that's when you take action. In a short amount of time, you need to be prepared to keep you, your family, and your property safe.
In La Crosse, this is Jordan Fremstad, News 8 Now.
And that was the first tornado to hit La Crosse since 1966 and perhaps one of the strongest ever to the area, according to the National Weather Service. And I want to bring in meteorologist Bill Grahl again here. And Bill, one of the important things to keep in mind here is this happened on a Sunday afternoon when a lot of people are out and about doing their thing. So it's important a reminder to just stay connected and be prepared for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I want you to have multiple ways to get those watches and warnings. And a lot of us are carrying around our phones these days, so a perfect strategy is to download our First Alert weather app. By the way, if you could take that full, this is my son and I's perspective of that Sparta tornado on that afternoon, sitting about 200 yards away from us. So we were just about as close as you should get, and then we made sure to turn left instead of right and away from that thing. But download our First Alert weather app. It's a weather-specific app. You'll get the real-time severe weather alerts directly to your mobile device. You can get radar information, lightning, heavy rain detection, of course, any watches, warnings that are issued, and it's a great way to stay informed and ahead of the storm. And we like you to stay weather aware. And again, this is a perfect tool to do just that.